The King are here once again. Madden simulation game of the week. And Madden, after the first 4 weeks, man, you're not doing so hot. You have only got one prediction right, and that was back in week 2. The season opener, week 1, week 3, week 4, all wrong. So you are betting a little under 500, but that's okay. You can redeem yourself hopefully with this week's game of the week, Madden, with a NFC West showdown, which may determine a division champion later on. When with this one, especially how the Rams are playing. You got the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Los Angeles Rams. The 2-2 Seahawks taking on the 3-1 Rams, and the real question is, who's real? Division leader Rams taking on second place Seahawks, and if the playoffs were today, Seahawks would miss, and the Rams would be in it for the first time since what? 2002, 3? I don't even know. But I think this would be a good one. I mean, the Rams have, even back in St. Louis, the Rams have always had Seattle's number. Don't know why. Don't know. When it comes to divisional games, they're always slightly different. It always throws that wrinkle in there because those are the teams that you face twice a year, home and away. And they could be, winless, worst team ever. And you come to their place, it's a whole different total ball game. I mean, like last year, just throwing out there, you look at my Green Bay Packers heading to Chicago. Chicago, on the downside, they suck, blah, blah. Green Bay, they're on a winning streak. They go into the Windy City and boom, practically, lay an egg, almost lose one there, but they pull out in the end. It's always those divisional games that bring out the best of you. But I'm looking for a thriller. I see, especially these Rams are the highest scoring offense and one of the best defenses so far in the quarter of the season. And Seattle not looking that hot, not looking that great, especially with that offensive line and banged up in the running back department. I mean, Rawls, he's hurt. Carson, that looked like to be their go-to guy in the meantime, has broken ankle. Might make it at the end of the season if they make the playoffs, so on and so forth. And now they more or less have to turn to the former Green Bay Packer, Eddie Lacy. And I don't know how well. I mean, in my mind, I think it might have been a mistake letting Lacy go as a Packer fan. But in reality, besides his rookie season, he hasn't really performed as well. But it's just that he kept getting hurt. Last year he started strong, got hurt, and done. What happens? Green Bay has to switch to their wide receiver, convert him to a running back, and boom. Green Bay more or less, hey, we'll see how well this runs. And what do? They draft 3 running backs in the draft. So what is that saying?
Time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
But a quarter of the season has gone by. We've played 4 games. We're finally entering bye territory, except for Tampa Bay and Miami, who have already done their byes. But we only have one team that's undefeated, and in some people's eyes, it may come as a surprise, but others, maybe it's just finally their season. The Kansas City Chiefs are the only undefeated team left in the NFL. They get the big upset win in Foxborough, Week 1 season opener. NFL kickoff, whatever you want to call it. They go into New England, and second half they just take them to the bank and take care of business. So, Kansas City, and they seem dominant these first 4 weeks or so. This is what your division leaders look like. In the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo, they're in first place at 3-1. Pittsburgh is the kings of the AFC North. Jacksonville, Houston, and Tennessee have a three-way tie for first place in the AFC South. But at the moment, Jacksonville, it looks like, has the tiebreaker. And like I said before, Kansas City, they're at 4-0 in the West. They have sole possession there. In the NFC, you have the Philadelphia Eagles, which I feel at the moment, they might just coast and win that division. I mean, the Giants are still winless. The Cowboys, they're on rocky terms. And Washington, well, they just might sneak up on you. So, in the NFC North, Lions and Packers, 3-1. Not surprised. Detroit, as the last few years, they've gotten off to great starts. It's just that down the stretch is where they hit that road bump and just know how to lose games. And Green Bay, at the moment, they are having health issues, which is nothing new for them. And boom, usually, after the halfway point, if they, start tanking, Rodgers says something, get everyone motivated, and boom, they're back in business. I mean, they've won the NFC North 5 of the last 6 years. So hopefully, in my mind, let's make it 6 of the 7. But Detroit, I'm pulling for you. To be honest. It's just that city and that team just have gone through so much shit. Then NFC South, we got 2 teams, the Falcons and the Panthers at 3-1. Atlanta can easily have those records reversed, 1-3. But they somehow, at the moment, they don't have their wide receivers. They have to rely on their running backs, who are deadly duos. Carolina, I don't know. Not sure if they're real or not, especially how they performed last year. That they suffered from that Super Bowl hangover. At the moment, Atlanta's not, but it's kind of iffy right now. But that's going to be a fun stretch down the way in the South. And, of course, like I said before, the LA Rams are your division leaders in the West at 3-1. Let's see. We got 4 teams, though, that are winless. No surprise, Cleveland. No surprise, San Francisco. Semi-surprise, one of these teams, the other two, the Los Angeles Chargers, who, in my mind, are the best, worst team in the NFL. They just know how to lose. They just find a way to lose. Is the thing. They're better than what their record shows, but in the end, they just can't win. The other 4-0 team, 0-4 team, I should say, 4 losses, 0 wins, are the New York Football Giants. And what's the deal with them? What's up with that? The Giants 0-4. Well, you got Odell Beckham, who's, drama queen and so forth. And Eli and company, I mean, apparently they have no offensive line, so I've heard. And it more or less they found ways to lose. The Giants have lost to the Cowboys week 1, couldn't score a touchdown. Lost to Detroit. They lost to Dallas week 1, couldn't score a touchdown. They lost to Detroit on Monday night. Weren't able to score a touchdown there. They go to Philly, another divisional loss there. A close game, lost by 3 because of last second, 61-yard field goal. And then they lost at Tampa Bay, another last-second field goal where Tampa Bay's kicker couldn't kick worth crap. So, I mean, they're getting there. So they're taking on the Chargers this week in good old New York. One team should win. I mean, it could end in a tie. Then what? I don't know. I hope it doesn't end tie. I hate ties. And if we get a tie this year, you'll hear me rant about it big time. So far, we've close game last week. San Francisco, Arizona. Nothing but field goals. Arizona at home, down by 3 because San Francisco took their opening drive in the overtime, kicked a field goal. So the other team has a chance to rebuttal. What happens? Well, San Francisco takes the new overtime rule, 10 minutes, down to 3-something, and Arizona's still alive. They march. What happens? You throw the good old Larry Fitzgerald touchdown, game over. But I'll get to overtimes later. But this game, New York, San Diego. Oh, they should still be in San Diego, but the city of San Diego said, no, we don't want you anymore. We don't want to pay for a new stadium. And now everyone hates the Chargers. That's the game maybe I should have simulated. But, 0-4. Ugh. Someone's going to win. Unfortunately, I'm going with the Giants in this one just because they're the home team. And what is it? Someone from the Philadelphia Eagles, they took on the Chargers last week. They were mentioning how the Chargers, they're playing 16 road games because there was more. Well, one, they're playing in a 30,000 seat soccer stadium that they could barely fill. They were tarping off sections. There were more Eagle fans there than Charger fans, because the former San Diego Charger fans, they didn't want to drive up the coast. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, in the end, they're going to share the stadium that the Rams are building in Inglewood or wherever, and at the moment they got to play in the soccer stadium. In my mind, I kind of wish they could work something out like the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders, where they made a deal with the city. They play in San Diego until that stadium's built, then move to Los Angeles. But no, just like the Raiders are staying in Oakland until their stadium in Vegas is built, or broke grounds and stuff like that. But nope. So it's sad for the Chargers. Like no one wants to watch them. Everyone's dissing them. No one wants to be a fan of them, and it's sad and pathetic. But maybe when the stadium's built and they're playing in this new fancy stadium that no one can afford shit. I mean, you have to pay $100 apparently to park at that soccer stadium. It's like, I'm not going to pay $100. If I was I'm a football fan, yes, but I had tickets, this and that. It's like, no, I'm fine my other way. Hey, I can go to the Charger game. What? No, I'm not paying $100 to park. But, those poor. I feel sorry for the Chargers. But only time will tell. That's just one of the few handful of games there this weekend. But like I said, I'm picking the Giants in that one. Some other good matchups: Kansas City, Houston. Ooh, Sunday night. We'll see how for real Houston can be, and Kansas City. And you know what? This might just be the little hiccup for Kansas City. Excuse me. Baltimore, Oakland. Well, they're out. Oakland doesn't have Derek Carr for a while, which is sad because him and Marcus Mariota. Deja vu. Both get hurt last year in week 15. This year, both got hurt. Same last Sunday. Illuminati. We'll see how for real Jacksonville is as they head to Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Carolina, Detroit, battle of tied division leaders in Detroit. I say this will show how serious Detroit is and how serious Carolina is of making that push. Buffalo at Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati got their first win against Cleveland last week, and they took care of business. I don't think Cincinnati is going to be rolling on the river. I think Buffalo's going to come into town and take care of business. And of course, we have a rematch of the divisional round of last year in the NFC showdown. The Green Bay Packers at Dallas at Jerry's World. I don't think we're going to have a last-second field goal this time around.
But guess what? He's still been able
I don't
to
know.
make some plays. And right now
I
they
never
have a
know,
lead.
but I think my guess is going to be a little higher scoring, so on and so forth. So I think
This offense is
I don't think it's going to be one-sided affair. I think it's going to be back and forth.
In other words, look for the big shot, but
It
be
just
smart.
depends if Green
Like
Bay's
they did
defense
exactly
can
that
slow
on that
down
play. They
Elliott,
get the
and
first
if
down,
Green Bay's
they're taking
offense
care of
can
the
stay
ball.
together to protect Rodgers.
Cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Um,
And Zerline's kick
but,
is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now
enough
to
of that.
23.
Oh yeah, and
So it's 3 more
the
points,
Chicago
and that
Bears
widens
have
things
finally
out
made a
even
QB
further
switch
here
with.
in the fourth.
Decide, hey, Mike Glenn, you're good, but you know what? We can get the rookie to throw interceptions. We don't need you. So Mitch Trubisky coming off the bench, starting for the Bears, and can he, breathe light into the monsters of the Midway? And Minnesota.
They're already
Oh,
slim.
Minnesota.
Hopes are gonna
Oh,
ride
is it
on
Delvin
this one.
Cook?
They'll go on
I mean,
fourth down.
as a Packer fan, yes, I'm happy he got hurt. But in all reality, no, it's not. It's not good to see anyone, blow out their knee, especially when you're not, touched and so forth. So see where Minnesota goes. I mean, they're already having QB issues. Sam Bradford. What a surprise! He's not healthy. Can't play an entire 16-game season. But that'll be interesting. I should have picked that as my upset pick, but I'm not going to. Anyways, my picks for this week. Last week, 2-1. So I think I went with Oakland as well with this game. My lock for this week. I'm sticking with I'm going with the Raiders. I think EJ Manuel can go into Baltimore. Hopefully Beast Mode is healthy, can carry that team, that defense, can take care of business with Baltimore. And that Oakland going to the East Coast, or no, they're home. They're hosting Baltimore, so they're home. They have Raider Nation, the Black Hole, so on and so forth. And Baltimore has just been, crap the last few weeks. So I think the real Ravens have showed up. But if Ravens come back to win, we'll see. That's my lock, Oakland over Baltimore. My upset, since they're the home team, and they got the national champion quarterback from Clemson under center, and that defense, wow, 57 points Houston scored, and a couple came from the defense. Excuse me. I'm going with Houston upsetting the undefeated Chiefs, but proving wrong. Kansas City proving wrong. And in this game, Madden, at the moment, what do we have? The Rams are just destroying the Seahawks. What is it? 30-7. Oh wait, the Rams have a chance to go up by 3 more. Can they make this field goal? I mean, I like the Rams in this one. Seattle's on a down spiral. I think the Rams are finally finding a right place. They have the quarterback of the future. They have a great defense led by a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator, Wade Phillips. And they're just, they ruffle up Russell Wilson. It's all theirs. So I'm pretty sure the Rams are going to hang on here and win 33-7. And I like that. So hopefully I can go 3-0 this week. Only time will tell. Oh, we got 25 seconds. Wilson's got the ball. For second and 10 at the 9. Throws it in. Oh, my goodness. A tiptoe interception. The Rams is going to seal the deal. That's going to do it. The Rams are going to win. Oh, my goodness. 4-1. I think they were 3-1 last year at this time. And they took on Buffalo. And unfortunately, they lost. And, well, then the real Rams showed up. But, hey, new coach, new attitude, new spirit. Only thing is, Rams, either go back to the gold horns or change and get white trims. Because it looks like you can't tell me you don't have enough money to have matching uniforms with the helmets. You just look ugly as shit like that. It's like, hey, we want we're in LA. We want to make a difference. So let's go back to the old days with the white horns. But you can't afford to change the uniforms. You waste all your money on the stadium. Come on, LA. At least look like. Oh, I mean, when they were playing Dallas last week, Dallas wears their white jerseys and they were wearing their navy blues or whatever. It just, if you had the white trim on the numbers instead of the gold or whatever, it would look better or whatever. But anyways, there's your winner. There you go. There you have it. The Rams win. So that'll do it for me this week. We're a quarter of the way over of the season. A little sad, a little disappointed that we're a fourth of the way here and there. But until next time, thanks for watching. Tune in each week to see who man likes, and hopefully man can get on a winning streak and see if they can actually get some games correct and predicted right. So, fourth of the season over. 3/4 to go. Until next time, see ya.